Good morning, children. Today in our science class, we are going to see the last topics of this lesson: transparent, translucent, and opaque objects, and the reflection of light. So, before getting into the topic, let me ask you a question. Think of what happens when light hits an object. So if the light is hitting each and every object, the light hits. Yes or no, children? Yes. So what will be happening when the light hitting an object? If it is hitting an object, three things can happen. So one is either the light will be passing through that object, or else it will be the blurred image of that object, or it cannot pass through inside that object. Okay, only three things happen. For example, if we are seeing through a window, okay, so if you can see the other side of the window, it is transparent object. Okay, that light can be passed through that window. Okay, then if you cannot see the object on the other side, so if it is blurred, okay, so you can't see properly, so the full view is not there. If it is blurred, but somehow you can assess that. Okay, you can what it is by an assumption. Blurred images are shown or seen. Those things are translucent object. Then the other thing is the object which cannot pass through. Okay, so if you have an wooden box, so you can't see what is inside. Yes or no? Yes. So the objects which are not allowing the light to pass through, those things are opaque objects. So we are going to see about those things only. Okay, see here. Have you ever seen through bus window? Some objects allow light to pass through them. This helps us to see through them as the window of the bus. Let us see how different objects behave with light. Okay, so first one is transparent objects. The materials through which we can see easily and clearly. Okay, so all the images will be clear to you, which is on the other side. So light can pass through these objects are called transparent objects. See, transparent objects allow the light to pass through them. So we can see other objects clearly through transparent objects. Example, air, glass, pure water, fresh water, clean water, then clear glass. Okay, so white glasses will be there, no? So those things are transparent objects. So you can see what is inside or what is under that. So you can see what is in that sea water. So everything which is visible clearly, those things are transparent objects. Then coming to translucent objects. Translucent objects allow some light to pass through them. So materials through which we can see partially, only half, blurred images. So, but somehow you can assume that image. So those things are translucent. Okay. So we cannot see objects clearly, but we can see them as blurred images through them. So for example, you will be playing. So to draw an image from your book, you will be taking a paper and you will be dipping that in an oil or soaking that in oil, and then you will trace it. Yes or no? So that is called translucent object. Okay, so blurred images will be seen. With that blurred image you will be tracing that picture. Yes or no, children? Yes. So that is translucent. Paper soaked in oil, snow, and vegetable oil. So a few more things: tissue paper, butter paper, polythene covers, oily paper, colored glasses. So all those things are examples for translucent objects. Okay, children. Now coming to the last objects, opaque object. So opaque objects, materials through which we cannot see anything. That is, the light will not pass through them inside. So those are opaque objects. Opaque objects do not allow light to pass through them. So we cannot see through these objects. Example: wood, stone, metals, iron, brick, wall, clothes. All these things are examples of opaque objects. Okay. Okay, so you just complete this activity and try to answer as homework, children. So now we'll get into the, I think it is clear to you about transparent, translucent and opaque objects. So now we'll see what is reflection of light. Okay. Okay, so see, reflection of light. We see the world around us with the help of light, either by natural or artificial. So a natural source of light is, so what are the natural source of light? So by nature we are getting, what are those sources? Sunlight, starlight, then fire. All these things are natural source of light. And the artificial source of light are using electric lamp, bulb, flashlight, table lamp. All these things are artificial source of light. But anyhow we are getting light. Those things are light sources. We see, this is the spelling is given wrongly. We see, our sight. Okay. We see the world around us with the help of light. Where do we get light from? Light may come either from the sun or from other sources like an electric lamp or a bulb. The objects that give off light are called light sources. So the next, so these are the light sources. Okay. So through the light, if the light is falling on an object, it reflects. Okay. So that is reflection. So reflection is when light bounces off an object. So you know that a ball bounces. Yes or no? So likewise, the light also bounces on an object. It goes to the object and returns back. Okay. So the throwing back of by a body or surface of light without observing it, that is reflection. Okay. So when light falls on a transparent material, it passes through it. It will be going into it. Okay. So if it is on the polished surface, however, when light falls on a polished surface of an opaque material, they will not allow the light to pass through them inside. Yes or no? So it will be bouncing back. So it does not pass through it. It bounces back. The bouncing of light by any smooth or polished surface is called reflection. Okay. So if they are allowing inside, so it will be moving. So see here, if you have trees near the seas or pond, it will be reflecting back. So it will, you can see both the sides. Yes or no? So it will be like both the sides. So that will be allowing the light to pass through. but for the opaque material it will not allow inside, so it reflects back. Okay, so when you look into the mirror, you can see your own face on the mirror. What you see is the reflection of your face in the mirror. Yes or no, children? It is the reflection. So we also see reflections of other objects that are in front of the mirror. Example, while riding in a car, so you can see car or bike, you can see the persons who are coming from the back side. Yes or no? So the light bounces at the mirror and it bounces back from the mirror. Okay, so that is what the reflection is. Okay, because of reflection you can see the other persons who are coming at the back of you. Okay, so these reflections formed by light, they are called images. Okay, so that is called the image. So we also see reflections of other objects that are in front of the mirror. These reflections are formed by light and they are called images. Okay, children. So this is all about the reflection, transparent, translucent and opaque object. Okay, children. So this is the end of this lesson. So I'll meet you with some other new topic for the next class. Okay, thank you.